Hey, this is Harvey McCluskey, and I've got a PSR-SX 900 Yamaha keyboard, and I love it. And I'm pretty new on keyboards, and so I looked at all kinds of videos, and I couldn't come up with how to access the memory function. And so anyway, I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to demo a couple things I learned. So here it's booting up. I should have had that up before I started here. Anyway, so here's what I learned, guys. I'm going to put short videos out so that people can have exactly what they're interested in. Okay, so we have a registration memory here where you can push a button and so you can load different memories in those things. So in the memory, and so I was going, how do you actually record multiple memories? Are we stuck with just these eight memory points? Answer is no. And this is what I couldn't figure out, but this is the way to get to your memory point. You select this, you push both of those buttons at the same time. Watch the screen when I push them both. And this is where we get to the registration bank, it's called. There's user function is what I have. If you put a loading card, I forget what they call it, a chip device. Anyway, I'm not very good with computers. But if you put a device in the back, it'll add another spot here. But they tell you to only put that in before you plug it in. So before you turn the device on, because you don't want to muck up that memory. I blew it by getting a couple that were like 165 gigs. And unfortunately, the memory in this device, the computer capability is only good for like two gigs. So if you get over a certain amount, it's not any good. I ended up having to I ended up buying one specifically for Yamaha. So that's the way to go. So here's what we're going to do. I'd like to show you, first of all, that's the way you select get into the memory point. I've got a whole bunch of things recorded in here. These are all a bunch of files. And I'm pretty new at this. I don't even know what to call these things. But I wish they had something. What I've done here is for like, oh, Christmas tree. I've got that one. So this one here, if I select it by pushing on it, and then I push on number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then that gives me what I'm interested in for that particular song. I work this together. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put start sync right here. Okay. And then down here, I'd like an intro. I usually go with the medium intro. Sorry about the dog here. But the intro there. And what that'll do is I'm going to start in the key of C. And so I'm going to hit these two. Okay, so that's the background music. And here's what I can do with the lead on that. Anyway, those two, here, I'm going to stop that now. So those two sounds sound pretty good together. That like a clarinet, or actually that's a soprano sax, and then the rhythm down below work really well together for the tones. I'm holding my phone in one hand, and so I can't really play a whole lot, really, and anyway. But anyway, that's where that goes. If you choose, this is what I wish we could do, is have actually put in the library of all 8 things and what they're good for, but that your label is only good for one little point. So you record the entire 8 devices, 8 buttons, and you can just put it on a deal. So what I've done here is, here's a for instance, in my new folder, I have Christmas songs. I've tried to figure out what Christmas songs would sound good, and it has a couple different pages, so you can go with that. So how do you work with this? How about this? We'll just pick any one of these that we want. And here comes Santa Claus. Let's try that out. And so let me see, I don't even have a number there for that one because I ran out of room. So I don't even know which one it is. But the trick is this. Well, let's see. I'll tell you what. Why don't we go with Jingle Bells because it has a number here by it. So when I go with that, I select whatever I have in memory, go down here, and I go to the 8. See, it has that number 8 there. That's what I typed in there. I push 8, go again to start sync, and then to an intro, hit this, and this is Jingle Bells. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. All right. So anyway, there's that. So this is the deal. How about I'll just shut this down for now. The way to get to the memory is with pushing both of these. Then you put that together. If you develop some different sounds on this, or you put some memory points in here, you want to record to put it in the memory. You hit both of these, go up here and go to File. Hit File. And then it says save. You hit save and it says save here. You go, yep, or, if you want to put it in there. And here you're able to label that, see? So if you want to do that, you hit delete there until all of those letters are gone. And then you type in your new word, okay? Whatever you want to have that thing saved as. And then what you do is hit OK. When you hit OK, that new file, here I'm going to cancel my thing, but you hit, then that will appear, your new deal will appear there, and what happens is when you push this button, whatever you save it at, let me see, I'm having a hard time, come on, well, I think it's, yeah, I don't know, sure, here, I'm going to exit that, let's try now, okay. Now I'll go back to this. Now we can go do that. So whenever you want to, here, let me demo this. Okay, I'm going to use number 8 here. I'll just try that. Okay, now we're going to try a different one. I'm going to hit 8 or 1 there. Now we'll try this one. Okay, I'll hit number 1. I hit number 1 on that again. Wow, that's the same thing. That's interesting. How about this? Let me see. I'll hit number 1 again. See, how interesting is that? You can just, okay. Okay, so that's kind of how you can do that. What I would actually recommend, what I'm thinking about doing, is loading up songs. I'll show you how to run this device here, where you can add different lead instruments and then put that in the memory. And what I'm thinking about doing is having, for the same exact song, a whole bunch of really, really good instrument sounds that I can record on the same memory bank all the way across. It'll be the same song. When you want a different feeling and emotion, a different instrument in there, boom, pop it in there. And then when you record it onto your memory bank, that one song, it'll be good all the way across for 8 different major instruments. Great idea. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at this point. Have a good day. Thank you.